Guys, did you hear that Apple is attempting to buy A24?
I did hear about that.
Yes.
Apple 24.
$3 billion.
$3 billion?
$3 billion?
For our beloved A24.
Damn it. I bid $20 out of my own personal funds.
Okay, I saw that the podcast fund is empty, so that wasn't your own personal fund, but whatever.
It's technically my personal fund. If we
Not technically yours, but
I think we need to go to some bankers, get some backing, and then actually make a run at this thing.
well, I actually, if you guys didn't mind, I took the liberty of doing that.
Oh, wow.
I placed a bid
Hell
on.
yeah.
I placed a bid on A24.
Fuck yeah.
dude,
So,
wow.
wait,
Yeah.
we are in the running then?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you are per se, because so part of the deal I made was I got you. I sold your soul. I sold you.
What do you mean you sold me?
I was like, I know this person, Alex, and you can have him if you're just part of the bid. So it's $20 and you. $20 and you as a
What the
person.
fuck?
What do you mean?
I'm like a person and I exist and I have thoughts and my own agency,
Well, for now.
I guess. I mean, so the deal's through? What the fuck? I mean,
They're still in negotiations.
I mean, there's a lot of negotiations to figure out. If that's indeed the
He
case.
said it's done.
I don't know, dude. I mean,
In a perfect world, I kind of see this going good for both parties. We could show High Life on the show. Mm-hmm. That's a plus. Alex, you would be...
I know you like the movie Spring Breakers.
You would be indebted to a company for the rest of your life. But if you think about it, there are worse ways to live than under the thumb of a film studio,
I mean, if you look at the roster of film studios and you were to ask yourself, like, who would I like to be owned by?
If you just took one for the fucking team, I
Okay,
think
well
you
now
would
you're like fully on Chris's side and it really feels unfair at this point.
I mean, honestly, you really don't have opinions anymore.
Have you seen Uncut Gems, dude?
Honestly, I pretended to have seen it for that episode.
Okay. Well, if you had seen it, you would understand why I did what I did.
This is how we win.
This is how we win.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, family.
Hi.
Hit the button. There it is. Why does it never work? Hit it better.
Just shrug. Just
For those listening, he hits it twice every time he has to hit it.
There's a confirmation hit and then the second confirmation.
It's like,
hit.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to hit that?
It's like a nuclear code where you need like two keys at the same time.
To play one drop.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to the $30 app we bought for that soundboard. It wasn't even free. If it was free, we would. Anyways, welcome to There Are Too Many Movies. This week we watched Pig, starring Nicolas Cage.
Pig.
A movie that is probably hard for you to see and find. And I hope you saw it and
Found it.
we're gonna talk about
Don't pirate it.
A movie that is hard for you to find. Hope you found it.
So before we talk about Pig, we're gonna talk about what we've been watching. I'll kick it off.
Yeah, do it. You haven't started in a minute.
I haven't. I don't, so I realized I had never seen The Game
Oh, really?
by David Fincher.
Dude.
Fucking David Fincher, dude.
Dougley, dude.
Mikey Dougie.
Mikey Dougie.
Mikey Dougie with some Davey Fincher, dude.
yeah,
dude.
The fucking blue color palette, dude. That shit was cold.
The Game.
The Game.
More like the mind game.
More like bitch you thought the movie.
Right?
Where it's just like, oh, like you think this is the story? Well, bitch you thought like
Yeah.
it happens like 30 times. For those that haven't seen it, was like 1993.
97?
90s are the best era for film.
Alexa, when did the movie The Game come out?
Just
September 3rd, 1997.
97. You're right.
97. Noise.
She actually came through. Do you like how it comes
This is
to
one
even
time
when-
in 80
Thank you,
episodes.
Alexa.
Yeah,
As broken as she is, somehow she's able to function.
Interesting that now she works, now that
it's the Band-Aid.
We gave her a talking to.
Exactly.
Yep.
And now she listens.
with a hockey
Like-
stick. So, anyways, I watched The Game, and
What'd you think, Chris?
it was interesting. It was a fun ride, but it was also like there are so many fucking things that had to fall into place for this to really exist as like a plot. Whereas like so many assumptions had to be, for those that don't know what it's about this like a millionaire guy signs up for this psychological game, this company that does this. I guess they just fuck with you. It's an elaborate prank company.
It's
basically.
Rich Escape Room, the movie.
It's
Yeah,
for bored
yes.
rich people that have no normal problems.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, have you dominated the world? Well, let's throw a wrench in that situation.
Right.
And so they basically just fuck with Michael Douglas and fuck with his head, and like he doesn't know what's real and what's part of the game, what's part of this company, and he thinks everyone around him is an actor, all this shit, right? There, towards the end of the movie, so many fucking assumptions had to be made for the plan to fall into place. Like it's just I don't want to spoil anything, but it's fun until
A lot
like
of
the
conveniences.
until the last 30 or 45 minutes. I was just rolling my eyes, where it was just like, oh yeah, you guys all planned for him to make this decision with this thing and this twist and this that, and then for him to walk over to this part, and it was just so many fucking assumptions.
Doesn't he fall through like a very specific skylight?
If you want to go right to the ending,
well,
sure,
I
man.
mean, you're talking about
You know that
it.
thing I just said I wouldn't do?
Doesn't he fall?
Doesn't Michael Douglas do something?
That's
yeah.
the movie Falling Down.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Whatever. Yes. For a movie that came out 20 some years ago, whatever.
I mean, if you haven't seen it,
Fuck you.
You're probably not going to see it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I hadn't seen it, and it's a Fincher movie, and I love Fincher. It is one of the least Fincher feeling movies ever, though. I'll say.
But you're on a podcast where you have to talk about new movies every week.
True.
I wish the let me try that.
Yeah, what?
I wish the pop punk band Finch did the soundtrack to all the David Fincher movies. I think that would make a lot of sense thematically.
Yeah.
Instead of Trent Reznor.
Yeah. You guys like Finch?
No.
All right. Me
Can't say
neither.
I've heard of him.
They're bad.
I get your joke.
They're
though.
bad.
How about how about the game overall? Do you think you enjoyed
It's like
it?
a solid 6.
Solid 6.
Watchable, but it's like the least Fincher movie I've ever seen. It's fine, but
That was that his first big studio film?
I don't know.
Good to know.
Just watched it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, the movie podcast. I finished Schitt's Creek. It's great.
Fuck yeah.
I watched I Think You Should Leave season 2. One of the funniest goddamn things I've ever seen. Season 1 and season 2.
The first episode even
The first fucking episode. I
Wow.
swear to God, like
It has probably the funniest sketch in the whole season in the first episode, and that borderline spoils you for the rest of it because
Yeah.
it's like nothing can be that funny.
yeah. So Coffin Flop followed
Ugh.
right by Carl Havoc. Like
Yeah.
Dude.
those two skits are just. We watched that first episode together. You saw me. I was in literal tears.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, I need a second. we might need to call somebody here because like I hadn't laughed that hard in fucking years, dude.
I saw a tweet this week that someone was pissed off that Coffin Flop didn't get nominated for an Emmy. Fucking
God,
killed me.
that's so fucking funny.
I've seen so many people tweeting at so many TV service providers like, bring back Coffin Flop.
That's great. But check out I Think You Should Leave. It's a sketch comedy show on Netflix. Highly recommend it.
If you like our brand of humor, you will like that
yes,
show.
chaotic absurdism. It's
We're
fucking-
essentially as funny as
I was
Think
like,
You Should Leave.
we are Tim Robbins' show, basically.
Tim Robbins come on the show.
The last thing I watched was Roadrunner, the Anthony Bourdain documentary. Fantastic movie. Great story. Tragic and moving, of course. Everybody knows how the ending, but one of the best. It was very well told documentary. The storytelling was phenomenal. The editing was phenomenal. Some of the best match cuts I've ever seen, and I'll bring up just one for the show, even though there's so many.
It's not necessarily a spoiler either because like those episodes have been out.
Yeah, it's basically he is in the Congo for Kitchen Confidential or something, or one of his shows, and Parts Unknown or whatever. And he is murdering a pig with a spear with like a tribe, and there's blood like creeping out through his, and it's a shot of him standing in the blood. It's like surrounding his feet. It's like just red, him standing on red, right? And then it match cuts right to Anthony Bourdain shot of his feet on a red carpet at a premiere, where it's just like, shit, the juxtaposition, the duality of man, where it was like he is in this culture with this third world country that's broke, and he is. You felt just in a single cut, you felt the the duality of his exploitation and his conflict of these people, but also his love of travel and humanity in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
In
And
a
then his-
celebration of their culture.
And then the crazy concept of celebrity and premiere and entertainment.
Yeah.
It was all in one fucking frame. That to me is editorial. I need my film school hat. Just like, I'm fucking my hairline goes back 3 feet. Just fucking.
Instant Tetsuo.
You guys take it from here. I'm done.
You got a big old Tetsuo, dude.
Yeah, I just hit a hard Tetsuo. Dude.
Just walls collapsing around you.
My intestines are falling out.
You're basically a cone head.
Yeah.
From that one cut.
But seriously, the just the power of like letting your brain draw that connection of ideas through two images. They literally could just be two stills next to each other, but the beauty of that was just like. Anyways, Roadrunner is a great documentary. Highly recommend that. I did want to talk about one thing that's a little controversial. I should have looked it up a little bit more before the show, but I heard they fed a AI computer 2,000 some hours of Anthony Bourdain's voice. In the movie, it happens twice, where they use an AI programmed Anthony Bourdain voiceover. So it's like, but they at least are reading his exact words from emails or transcripts or whatever. So basically, it happens twice in the movie, and it was a choice they made to. I don't know. It's a director's choice, but the problem people have with it is that it wasn't supered or there's no disclaimer that this is an AI programmed voice. That's the issue people are having with it.
Yeah, but if it said that, you'd just be comparing his actual voice in your mind to what you're hearing.
It would completely take you out. They would, when it comes to storytelling, that would take you out from the story. I totally get the director's decision to enhance the story by having that voice there. I saw the entire movie not even knowing about the controversy, and then I heard about it after the fact, and I was like, wait a second, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What was real, what wasn't? And then you find out it was just 2 lines or 2 instances. But I was like, I was scared because if they had put words in his mouth, I'd have been like, fuck
Oh,
that,
for sure.
no.
Yeah.
But they,
They're quoting him,
they're
essentially.
quoting him, essentially. And
Yeah.
I get the choice, so...
As opposed to having like text on screen.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not like long, like monologues, is it?
It's a snippet of an email and then
Sure.
one other instance. So I don't think it's a huge monologue where, inflection is super important. It was just something I feel like I understand the decision as a storyteller. You know what I'm saying? I get that, where it's like if your eyes went down and read, this is an AI produced voiceover, you'd go, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That would you wouldn't be listening anymore. You would be
You'd
focusing
just
on
be taken out of it.
Yeah.
You would miss the next minute of movie.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be probably thinking about that for the rest of the movie.
And it would
I
lose the emotional impact of that scene, most
Exactly.
likely.
Exactly.
In that case.
Then you would just be comparing it to his real voice. So whatever. I think it was an amazing documentary. I highly recommend it. So yeah, that's all I've been watching.
I can't really speak on it, but it is a documentary that is out now.
Alex?
Hold on, I wasn't prepared for this. I've only done this over 100 times.
Josh, are you ready?
111. Yeah, I'll go in a second. Okay, let me just say this, dude. Let me come out and say it.
Okay.
Michael Mann
Oh,
is
Vibe.
and will forever be Vibe God.
True.
He just fucking gets
Are
it.
you on your
dude.
Michael Mann-ish again, dude?
Again. Yet
Did
again.
you hit
every week.
Did you hit another Michael Mann?
I did.
Mikey Manns?
I love that he doesn't have like this gigantic filmography or anything like that. He only has maybe 11 films or something like that. But like I really try my best to like kind of like digest them individually.
Sure.
So the last one I watched was Thief, which was incredible. Like,
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Yep.
And I went back recently after a few months since that and watched The Insider.
the
Fuck
Insider.
yeah, dude.
Oh man.
Who's in that?
Al Pacino, Cappuccino,
Oh, wait. I'm thinking of a different movie.
Al Pacino and Russell Crowe,
Fuck yeah.
and it's about big tobacco.
Shit.
Oh, I haven't seen this. Okay, you got me.
It's like a violent
Fucking-
thank you for smoking.
Dude, Michael Mann and
let me set it up for you. Al Pacino works as a producer for 60 Minutes.
Nice.
And he is profiling a scientist, a tobacco scientist that was just fired by one of the big tobacco companies and is now trying to, skirt around an NDA to tell his story about what they're doing. And this is at the time where they, big tobacco companies went to the Supreme Court and said, we have no evidence that proves that smoking causes cancer. Yeah.
The most heinous thing ever done.
We have no evidence to support the fact that inhaling 7 bonfires a day hurts your lungs, guys.
Dude, exactly. And
So fucking silly when
Russell
you look at that.
Crowe plays that insider that goes around.
He's like a whistleblower.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Dude.
Big recommend?
One of the biggest I can possibly recommend. And like I posted like the screenshots, or not screenshots, but fucking frames on my story the other day.
Yeah.
But like I love doing that only because it's like that gives you another opportunity to see some of these frames that are just magnificent, dude. Like he knows how to shoot a goddamn movie.
Would you say visually
it has
it communicated to you in some sort of way?
There is a communication optically
Yeah.
that
It spoke to you.
it speaks
Yeah.
in a way
Yeah.
that visually, optically has visual language.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Vibe
I was
God.
trying to come up with more words that are
Plenty of
visual.
words. I don't think I could have cocked that one back any further. So
Your foot's behind your ear.
I was like ready. I fucking hit like who's that Mortal Kombat character where his foot extends 12 feet in front of his face?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mortal Kombat character.
Is it Mortal Kombat?
Maybe
Fuck.
Dawson from Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's a Street Fighter character.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes whomp, and his kick goes across the screen. That's what I just did.
If you do yoga, you can do that. It's possible.
Yep.
Anyways, Insider's fucking amazing, and
Fuck
just
yeah.
the way that the tobacco companies are able to like threaten them without actually threatening them.
It's like a legal mafia.
Yes, dude.
Basically, every big corporation is like
Truly,
that, right?
yeah.
It's fucking incredible, dude.
Yeah.
But does Kurt Russell blow an actual whistle in the movie?
It's Russell Crowe.
Kurt Russell.
Same thing. Does he blow a whistle, though?
Yeah, he has a big one.
All right, I'll watch it.
Nice.
It's pretty neato.
You know, like the whistle in Prisoners. Remember the end of
I
Prisoners?
love the whistle from Prisoners.
Yeah.
Did you got that part?
Yeah.
You
part
noticed there was a whistle.
You noticed there was a whistle, right?
that was foreshadowed.
Well,
earlier
he
in the
was
movie.
like
Or was
doing
he whistling?
doing a bird impression.
He was chirping like a bird, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, you have to understand class warfare to understand the chirping like a bird part that he does.
Right.
I got Prisoners and you didn't. Face the facts.
I feel like his hairline doesn't know which way to go right now. Where it's like, is that a 3-head or 5-head? His hairline's like, hold. We don't know.
It's fucking shaky.
Back, boys.
You're about to look like the Cro-Magnon man in 5 minutes.
Just my eyebrows come out like a foot. My eyebrows are like a baseball cap.
One more thing I watched was Never Have I Ever, which is a series on Netflix from Mindy Kaling. It speaks to my inner Indian teen girl in high school today.
Dude, I feel that.
No, in all seriousness, it's fucking terrific. Great writing. This is season 2. One of the best like wholesome recommends I can give, and also probably speaks to like how kids are growing up today.
Couldn't relate.
Can't relate. No, but I think you kind of can. Like I said, it speaks to my inner child that is growing up today, which is not happening. Yeah, high recommend that show. And yeah, if you need some wholesome, not so 3-head or not so 5-head type shit every once in a while, highly recommend that show.
Nice. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Alex, what do you got?
I watched a couple very sexy things, and
Sexy teens.
yes, I will rank them in sexiness.
All right.
So here's Boogie Nights.
Fuck yeah, dude. I was about to watch that the other day.
Excellent in theme with our Paul Thomas Anderson
Yes.
for next bonus episode that we're doing.
Shout out to our Patreon. If you pay $5 a month, you get access to Discord, extra content, bonus episodes, show notes, all.
And it's already out there in the world. We're going to do There Will Be Blood for the bonus episode this month.
Yes.
So
Oh, fuck, are we?
All right.
I didn't watch it.
All right. Great.
All right. So I watched, sexiness level, Boogie Nights. 10 stories above that is the Austin Powers trilogy, which I watched in full, and it reminded me of how much of a genius Michael Caine and Mike
Sir.
Myers are.
Sir Michael. Okay.
So Michael Caine.
That's not
Sauce.
Michael Caine.
Yeah.
That's not Michael
That's
Caine.
Michael Caine.
I do. No, this is
No.
Michael Caine.
All right.
My name is Michael Caine. That's Michael Caine.
All right.
Get ready for this one. All right. You ready? You
Yep.
ready?
Let's hear it.
The size of a tangerine. Right?
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
All right, let me
Right?
do mine. Oi, governor, isn't it the
Okay.
clotted cream
No.
in me banana ice cream?
I
That is-
feel like that's
that is absurdly
that's a
cocky.
South Park character that you're doing.
Oi, in it, gov. Me foreskin is.
This feels like we're in like a cancel zone right now.
You need to bring it down.
You
It-
can't cancel me for being racist towards British people. They like ruined a lot of things.
Okay, you're at like a 10.
Just bring it down and just say, "We burnt the village to the ground."
We put the village to the ground.
That's close. That's close.
You got to bring it way down.
Yeah.
That's great.
There it is.
Thank you.
Good job.
So those
Acting 101 with There Are Too Many Movies.
Why'd you watch the Austin Powers trilogy, man?
because I watched Boogie Nights and I wanted to compare them in terms of their sexual prowess. Also, my papa told everyone in our family to watch 20 minutes into episode 3 of Sex Life, which I did, and it's just a giant penis.
What? Yeah, I saw that online. It was like, everybody's. It was just reactions to this certain episode, and I was like, well, I guess I got to watch that show now.
It's just a big old piece.
Just a
you
big old penis.
You skipped to season,
Season 1, episode 3.
and so you didn't watch the first two.
Well, it's about a penis.
What if it identifies
movie-
as a smaller penis, though?
I identify as a micro-penised male.
Great.
I mean, you just are a micro penis man
Well, it makes for a really good reaction when a woman actually sees my penis. You go, oh, thank God.
under a microscope.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. If you tell everyone you have a micro penis, and it's just like, all right, it's just like whatever
Like a
size,
regular-
but it's not really micro penis.
Yeah.
But if you tell them it's a micro penis, they'll be like, this is a pleasant surprise when they see your actual penis.
When they see an average penis.
Yes.
Nice.
Shouts to our female listeners.
Shout outs to
Still have all of you.
My
I'm sure.
main point, tell everyone you have a micro penis. So, also white chicks.
merch ideas. Merch ideas.
I have a micro penis. Just there are too many movies.
It's like, what the fuck is that? Anybody want to buy our new shirt? These shirts aren't selling. I don't know why.
I don't get it.
Just bold text.
It's like the old metal shirts where it's just a big
Christ.
fucking line.
Anyways, what else have you been watching?
I also watched How to Become a Tyrant on Netflix because I'm tired of working by the hour, and I need some tips on how to do my thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
So what is the first step?
The first step is, well, it's sort of misleading because they present them as if they should be role models, but the first episode is about Hitler, who, if you know, is not the greatest role model.
No, I wouldn't say so.
That's how I would describe him. Not the greatest role model.
Why does Hitler always come up? Can I just ask that?
Well, he's episode 1 of How to Become a Tyrant. They go through 6.
They bring up Hitler more than they bring up Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan's numbers are more, but Hitler is more recent, and it was one of the first horrific things to be captured on video and shown to the entire world. That's why there are still people today that are like, it didn't happen, when people are like, there's video.
you know, Genghis Khan had a brother.
Yeah.
What
He
was
had
his
he had
name?
multiple brothers, and he killed one of them as a child.
Well, of course you.
No one remembers the brother. Mm-hmm. That's a line from a movie we just watched.
Shout out to Fast 9.
Yeah, family.
Speaking of family, Genghis Khan had a brother. Family. Of course, there's a fucking family.
He's also my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa, and yours too, probably.
Yep.
Boogie Nights was good, though.
No jokes about that one. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's a, yeah.
So I saw 2 very large penises this week on my
digglers.
TV.
yeah. I see one every day. Anything else?
Nice.
Nice joke there.
I have a
Thanks,
micro
guys.
penis.
And now moving on to Pig.
Yeah. So, going into this movie, I was like, this is going to go one of two ways. It's going to be one of those Nicolas Cage movies, or it's going to be one of those Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This is going to be Mandy, or it's going to be, I owe a bunch of money to the IRS, so yes, I'll do this.
Yeah.
So The Wicker Man. Actually, that's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Guys, I'm going to be perfectly candid here. It was either Pig or Space Jam 2.
Yep.
So, listeners, that was our choice this week, and we went with Pig over
Yeah.
Porky Pig.
I
is
know
not-
you probably might have loved to hear what we think about Space Jam starring LeBron James.
I think I would love it.
LeBron James.
But every once in a while,
Remember, there's a kid that does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
you know, we got it.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
He says it.
I love
Referencing-
that kid.
I love referencing things from the internet.
It's so funny, dude.
It's so funny.
Vines are the pinnacle of comedy.
You guys seen that one meme where you try and explain a meme and it's just like, oh, it never goes well.
I love
Holy
that.
shit, dude! I
God,
love
dude.
that
It's
one.
my favorite.
We're on the comedy genre on Spotify and iTunes. Anyways, I want to say that Pig, going back to the movie we're talking about,
Peeg.
Right.
it can go one of two ways. And I actually thought it was going to be like an IRS. I owe money to the IRS movie.
sure.
You know? I thought it was going to be one of those so bad it's good.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, if we're talking about like our first impressions of this movie, like I kind of went into it thinking, like a lot of people have, that this was going to be like John Wick with a pig.
Sure.
Yep.
I think that's sort of like the census of this, and I think it was marketed in that way. Even though I hadn't watched the trailer, I'd only seen the posters, a few screenshots, a few frames, and it seemed like that, like a revenge film about Nicolas Cage's pig being stolen.
Yeah.
Did you get that vibe, Alex?
When this was originally, the trailer came out, I clicked on it, and while I was waiting for it to load, I looked at the comments, and they were all very hype, so I elected to just not watch the trailer, because I was like, I'm going to see this eventually.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but to your point, yes, that was what I thought it was going to be.
And I think this is the first feature by writer-director Michael Sarnowski.
Yeah.
Yeah. His first one, his first at-bat with Nick Cage.
It's a hell of a debut.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Can we go ahead and put it on Front Street that I like this movie?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
phenomenal.
liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was
Yeah?
great. Yeah, it was phenomenal. I mean, there were so many things I loved about it thematically. Just talking about overall,
Right.
it was slow, but in the good way. It let the frame breathe.
Yeah.
It told you the story by showing you, not telling you, where it was like, we're just going to let this happen. And you're going to figure it out because we're not going to insult your intelligence and assume that you're a big dummy stoophead 3-head that needs to be told everything that's happening.
This movie is a great example of show and don't tell, but also here we are to tell you about it.
Yeah. There were a lot of parts of it that felt like it could have, like, if one thing went wrong, it could have drifted over to that stupid territory,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it executed it well enough to where it was just good.
I think for it being a Nicolas Cage film, I think it's kind of like a subversive thing as the audience to like all be expecting it to go off the rails at any point. Like you're expecting one of those Nicolas Cage scenes
Yeah.
that he often gets where it's just like, oh, just go
Yeah.
nuts, dude.
Yeah. A, B, C, D. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. All the whole thing.
Yeah.
That or the Mandy scene in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Woo!
Dude.
But I'm not dogging on Mandy. Mandy was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, so great. Well, I feel like this is Nicolas Cage, his probably most subdued performance,
And he needed one of those.
and it was terrific, dude. He's fucking
good.
great. I actually someone else said this, and I don't want to steal their shit, but this is a Reddit person, Mikey Fresh said Nick Cage is in a lot of bad movies, but he's almost never bad in a movie.
That's a very good point.
Right?
That's a very good point.
He fucking,
Mikey Fresh is listening to that like, thank God.
Finally.
Someone fucking credited me for what?
What if it was on like the pig poster? It just said, Nicolas Cage is in a lot of bad movies, but he's never bad in a movie. Mikey Fresh.
Yeah.
I could have easily stole this guy's line, so you're fucking welcome, Mikey Fresh.
Also, I remember watching Matchstick Men when I was like 9 and being like, this is the first smart movie ever made.
Yeah. I remember that too, being like,
Or
that was
adaptation.
my first exposure to like a thriller con man situation. I was like, wow. Yeah, it was like that in Ocean's 11. I was like, these are
Yes.
big brain movies.
I was like, guys, I'm really smart. If my English teacher only knew. Like,
Don Cheadle is just fucking amazing. His accent is absolutely perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, Nicolas Cage killed it, man.
He
was
really did.
And he needed a subdued role right now. I know he doesn't need a rebrand, but like you were saying, there was. If I
There's
say
an
I'm gonna go,
expectation.
if
Yeah.
I say I'm gonna go see a Nicolas Cage movie, someone goes, man, he's got he's going off the rails, or he's interesting, man.
He's
and,
at it again.
and I think he is interesting for sure, but he needed one of these movies like to kind of get him back on the rails a little.
Yeah.
Where it's just like
Just rein
don't-
him in.
Well, it's not that it's not like I didn't know he was a great actor. It's that he needed the chance to remind people. And this was one of those movies where it was like, don't you fucking dare.
Yeah,
You know, where
because
it's
we
like,
mostly know him for those nonsense movies
Yeah.
that don't give an actor a chance no matter who it is.
yeah.
Dude, and it's the way he delivers certain lines too. Like one of the lines he has in this movie is "I don't fuck my pig," and
Yeah.
that could easily be one of those performances where Nicolas Cage goes off the fucking rails and
Yeah.
repeats it a fucking 1,000 times or
Yeah.
does something weird. But it's like no, he delivers it very subtly, very, and. I love the fucking. I'm jumping ahead, but like I love the scene whenever he's talking about, after his pig is stolen. I'm jumping way the fuck ahead, and he's talking about how, like, yeah, I don't need my pig to find truffles. Like the trees tell you where the truffles are. Mm-hmm. I just love her. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Yeah.
like in that line alone. It's like, oh, you feel for him so hard.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and it was this character was just so interesting where like I love me a good nihilistic character where it's like
Yeah.
this is like Russ Cole if he cooked.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Right.
where it was like
Just done with everyone.
nothing matters. Where's the truffles? You know, like,
Right.
yeah.
Matthew McConaughey as this character would have been fucking great.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, of course, but like just the guy that had like because when the movie starts, you're like, who's this homeless man in the woods? Blah blah blah. And then as the movie progresses, you're like, this was one of the most famous and renowned chefs in history. Like they drop his name and everybody just shits their
Yeah,
pants.
like,
Yeah.
and it's not like an immediate like, oh, sir, I'm so sorry. It's like you can see the slow creeping realization on their face, and they're like, oh, I'm dealing with a guy who's my superior.
Yeah.
like
Yeah. It's like if Anthony Bourdain went into the wood, like disappeared into
For
the
real.
woods after
Right.
after doing all this stuff, and then came back, beaten up, covered in blood, and was just like, you know,
And like the realization, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
that was such a good line.
his
Yeah.
his non-showering the whole movie, which
despite having access to showers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But like he didn't want to wash himself not in his creek or the river.
His
Right.
home,
He waited
yeah.
until he got back to the creek, which was like,
is
It's so telling of his character, and it's
Yeah.
like he feels more at home in the wilderness than he does around these fake people and fake. And he's talking about not non-real people.
do you
Yeah.
think it was the water though, too?
what do you mean?
Well, he has a bit of the doomsday tinfoil hat vibes on his monologue in the kitchen that one morning, where he was
Oh.
like, "Everything's gonna be underwater.
volcanoes.
The volcanoes, like none of this matters. One day, a tidal wave is gonna wipe out all of civilization, etc."
I think maybe he just might have been the type of character that's more comfortable with his own shit exclusively.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He only trusts the things that he can
Verify,
manipulate
yeah.
and see, and yeah.
yeah,
Maybe, but that still would fall into your sort of conspiracy
But
guy.
the beautiful thing about it is that they didn't tell us.
Yeah,
either way.
exactly.
yeah. True.
The
All
film
the-
doesn't say whether or not it doesn't give you a straight answer.
Yeah.
it's an ambiguous one,
Yeah.
and we're left to figure it out after the fact.
Yeah, like throughout the movies, they give you these little pieces of his worldview,
Right.
And you just put this together.
Oh yeah,
Like the monologue in the restaurant to the other chef, where he's like,
Oh my god.
where he destroys an entire man,
And he he slowly dies only on his face. He's like
oh he's having an internal breakdown for
Yeah.
sure.
completely.
yeah, and Nicolas Cage is just five-heading the fuck out of him.
Oh, yeah.
just like talking about how
He's like, I'm happy and you're not. Fuck you. I'm
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
but not.
chasing nothing,
Like you
mean
like
nothing.
making this food. You didn't want to open a pub.
Yeah,
What was the and the fact that what broke that guy was like, what was the dish you wanted to make? What was your Wednesday
Oh.
special?
and he knew it right off the top of his
And
head.
it just like fell out like it was a liquid.
like it was like it was waiting right
Yeah.
there to be out the whole time.
Right. And also Nicolas Cage, like it's brought up at the very end where he says it sort of like in an offhand line. He's like, I remember every meal I've ever made and every person who's ever eaten my food.
Yeah, but no one cares about you. Like he was like, you're cooking for these people that don't know you, don't care about you, all this stuff. Like, and then he was like, I think it's one of the taglines of the movies. I'm not gonna say it exactly correct, but it was, you don't find many things to care about in this world, or something. And that's all he said.
Right.
And then he was just like, where's my pig?
Oh yeah.
I was like,
He fucking
Yeah.
nailed that, dude.
And the subtext of that question being followed up by what they said, you're just like, that is who he is.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, shouts to that pig being the cutest creature on this planet.
fucking
for real.
adorable.
Right? Was I like, am I becoming a vegetarian right now?
Yeah.
Like watching this?
Yeah.
I was
It-
like, fuck.
And it was heartbreaking whenever the pig was stolen too.
Yeah.
Like,
Squealing and shit.
Yeah,
Oh, that was-
Any
that was
any
terrible.
any type of animal getting harmed is like the quickest way to make me a fucking caveman that will murder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That or like I remember seeing animal harm videos and becoming vegetarian and it being a phase, but like there's times where I'm just like I'm only like a few animal harm videos away from being full vegan. I swear to God, and that's why I probably avoid all that shit. But
Yeah.
Right.
it's something
And you have to understand, like, that a lot of that is cruelty
For sure.
versus, farming.
Ethical sourcing. Yeah.
Sourcing and
as soon
farming.
as they can fucking grow meat, dude, I don't need it to be death. Like holy fuck, like let's figure that out.
It's fucked.
anyways.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the movie we're talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So pig. He cares about this pig a lot. He wants to
Yes.
get her back.
Did you guys notice that the acts were split up into breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
I love that.
Yes, that was great. And I love that they were just foods.
Yeah. And they were the actual foods that they were concentrating on. And
Yeah.
the
Because each meal was a crucial part of that act.
Yes.
Obviously.
I really wish when he tried that weird experimental
The foam.
dish, the smoky foam thing or whatever.
foraged huckleberry
I-
foam shit.
I think it was on his face and it didn't need to be said because I think his sheer disgust of the entire restaurant and the food in
His
front of him was
impatience with pretension.
Yeah, I feel like it was all in his performance. He didn't need to be said, but man, did I want him to roast that dish.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted
absolutely.
him to be like, "You like cooking this bullshit?" He didn't say that, but he tried
was
it.
just in his
It was
face.
all in
You
his
could see
character. Yeah.
So good.
But yeah, I love the act split. I usually don't like an act split. I don't like.
But
text
it's
on screen.
intentional,
That was
There-
intentional. Yeah.
There's something like, and Grant, I'm not trying to shit on Ex Machina because I love that, but like you said, whenever those are split up into chapters or parts, what's wrong?
nothing. It just looked really low to me. Check. We'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
But like how Ex Machina is split up into chapters, but like if you look
Yeah.
at Dunkirk and how that's very specifically set up into the mole, air, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Without-
It's like
Supers,
almost
right?
like arcs, if
no,
anything.
they are.
There's titles in Dunkirk.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah. Not a fan of that. It takes it out of the voyeurism for me, where it's like I want to be an invisible force observing, like voyeuristically, into this story, right?
Right.
When you put a title on screen, I mean, I prefer there to be no opening titles. I prefer to drop in right away. I'll forgive opening titles because it's just a thing now.
Right.
And especially if you wait 10 or 20 minutes to show me an opening title.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Right.
But shout out to film school. But something about
I'm gonna start placing the intro 30 minutes into our episode, just randomly.
You would
there's some
There it
cinephile
is.
some cinephile out there. She's like, oh yeah,
After the watch list one of these days.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
You would love Nier Automata. It doesn't show the title card until 20 hours into it. Not kidding.
Like 3 episodes in it,
Yeah.
it says that. Yeah, I remember watching an anime where it was like 2 or 3 episodes in. I was like, have I just missed it? The other episodes. Anyways,
That's insane.
But yeah, so it takes me out of the voyeurism of the story sometimes because it's like all I see is the editorial, I see the computer, I see the font choice, I see all the things that take me out of the story.
Yeah, but I don't think every story is or movie sees the viewer as the same voyeuristic spot that they place. What am I saying?
I get what you're saying.
Like it's just like how
The point of view of the camera isn't always what I want it to be.
sure.
Like, is that what you're saying? Like,
No, I mean like the movie. Some movies don't intend to create a voyeuristic feel, and some of them just are like windows into what's
Right.
happening. You know what I mean?
And I feel like this is a great way to do that, in that like there's obviously not a lot of backstory that we
yeah.
get. That
It's
we
answered
garner.
contextually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as opposed to like some other films where it's like there's a narrator and a super and they show you where it takes place. You know, like there's
Yeah.
just so much information
like
flying
in
at
Wild
you.
Wild West, where it cut from the water tower to meanwhile across town.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 5 feet away.
Meanwhile, in a new place that you clearly couldn't figure out by looking at the fucking shot.
Or do you guys remember that fucking what was that Charlize Theron Invincible movie?
Fast 9.
That's what it was. No, they were like all invincible. Anyways,
Fast 9.
every I can't fucking talk about it. Every location that they went to didn't matter contextually, but like they had to show you we're in Amsterdam.
Oh yeah.
We're in this place. We're in that place.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
and it's some test screening. We're like, where are they?
Exactly.
Like movies like this don't need that shit, man.
Agreed. But yeah, to be fair, I liked the obscurity of it was food that broke up the titles.
Yeah.
The acts or whatever.
Also, it took 20 days to film this movie.
Wow.
Yep.
20 fucking days. Isn't
Their-
that insane?
Damn.
Their budget was so low they couldn't really do reshoots. So
Oh,
they were
shit.
like
Wow.
they were on set and they were like, don't fuck this up.
Fuck.
This is a 20-day shoot, period.
Yeah.
Like the whole budget went to Nicolas Cage and the RS. So yeah.
That's day one, the 19 days left. It's like, I
Yeah.
can't imagine like the anxiety of having
Fuck
like
no.
20 days to film an entire feature film. And it was pretty great, man. And,
Phenomenal.
And I think you notice that in like, especially with Nicolas Cage, he's wearing the same thing the entire time. He has the same makeup the entire time. He never washes him. Like, there are hardly any wardrobe changes. It all takes place within a short amount of time, obviously.
Wonder if he methoded his way through that.
That'd be kind of cool if he did.
I doubt it, but I bet that would have been cool.
Oh, dude, shouts to Alex Wolff as Amir.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
Dude from
Shout out-
Hereditary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew he looked familiar.
He's like
Yeah.
one of the best new, like, young actors.
It's fucking awesome.
Fresh
He's
new faces.
really
And
good.
when you see his character for the first time, I had the thought, I was like, they're gonna make me try to like this character, and I'm not going to. And then like an hour later, I was like, God damn it, I fucking like this character.
Dude, his arc was
Like,
incredible.
His arc was
Yeah.
phenomenal. I mean, from the beginning. Well, first of all, I want to say this too. Going in blind is one of my favorite things because I thought, like, the movie started in the woods. This could have been 18th century. I had no idea.
You thought it was First Pig?
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was First Cow with Pigs, and basically he's in the middle of the woods, and then all of a sudden, 10 minutes into the movie, a Camaro pulls up, and I was like, oh fuck, we're modernizing this. Like
Yeah.
we're and then,
establishing the time.
yeah, and then like you said, it was like, well, is that a new Camaro? Is that an
Was
old?
it older? Yeah, because his
it's
sleeves
like,
were rolled up. I was like,
are
okay,
we-
so this takes place in the 80s.
70s, 80s,
And then he
yeah.
pulls out a fucking phone, and it's like, oh shit. Like, it's subverting all of your expectations
Yeah, and-
throughout the film.
I just saw him as sort of a yuppie guy. I didn't place him in any particular decade. I saw the car and I was like, this is definitely after 2000.
Yeah. Well, point being, it was one of those rides I was already on in my head where it was
Sure.
like, where am I in time? And that goes to show where he lives mentally.
Right.
Like, I like that he is in the woods. He's constantly offered a phone right off the bat. He's
Yeah.
offered a phone,
A shower. He's like, I'll
shower.
buy you a fucking propane tank. It'd
Yeah.
be better for me. I don't like smelling you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Right.
and that was just part of the journey when you're watching it. But if I'd watched a trailer, I'd have known it was a guy going around in a car with a phone, with a friend, trying to track down his pig in modern restaurants. And so I was like, I'm so glad I got to experience that part of the story. That's
Oh,
all.
absolutely. And
That's all.
like even going back to the character of Amir, like towards the end, whenever like Robin, Nicolas Cage is telling him like, yeah, you can just use my name. They'll give you whatever you need. And then
Oh, it was so cool.
Amir's
Yeah.
character, who is like indebted to his father constantly, is trying to make a name for himself outside of his dad because his dad probably doesn't let him be like, oh yeah, yeah,
He's
my
a
dad owns this
competitor, yeah.
restaurant. Yeah, exactly. So the fact that he's like, I can use your name, he's like, yeah.
It's like a trump card.
Well, it's like for him in that moment, it's like, so you trust me, like you.
Oh, yeah.
You trust
Something
me
he
to help
doesn't
you.
get from his dad.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah, like that arc was fucking beautiful, man.
It was great. Yeah, and another thing I wanted to talk about, I love a movie that just like eroticizes food.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Absolutely.
it's like it just waxes poetic visually about the process of cooking and the respect, even if it's just like the butter in the pan, where it's like,
Oh, dude.
I am.
Even back to First Cow, like that was a
Yeah.
great example
Yeah.
of it. Inglorious Bastards has a really good one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
the
With
The fucking strudel.
Wait for the creme.
Wait for the fucking creme.
Dude.
Even milk, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Drinking
how
milk.
does that milk look like the best thing that's ever been poured?
Yeah,
Right.
like they
Like-
dedicated a shot to it being set on the table.
Yeah.
like I love that something
It's
about
pornography for
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Food. Yeah, and
The
I don't.
movie Burnt. Check that out if you haven't seen it.
Dude,
I need-
chef. The
Dude.
grilled cheese and chef makes me want a fucking grilled cheese.
Those are two exact things Josh referenced after this movie that we saw when I said this exact thing.
Nice.
It's funny. Yeah, it was
so
like-
Chef is a great one. Yeah, the fucking grilled cheese. It's a grilled cheese that he makes in the movie, and it looks like the best thing
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
It shows him making it in real time and then like cutting it, and it's like the crunch on the grilled cheese. It's insane.
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta watch those movies, Chris.
I will. Yeah, I literally
If you love
follow
that.
it. I follow an Instagram called Film Foods. It's literally just moments in film that they like stop and like respect the art of the meal, whatever
Right.
that is.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, something
Or even
fun about that.
eating is very like it. You don't show it a lot in film.
Right. It's usually an accessory to a scene and not the star.
Exactly. Yeah. But like Brad Pitt eating in movies is probably one of the funnest things.
Right.
Yeah. Ocean's 11. They
constantly-
gave him like the rumor.
Non-stop food.
Yeah, it's not a. It's dumb. You read online if you look into it. They say that they gave him something like the food as a prop because he was such a bad actor, which I think is just such bullshit. Like
He's
what are
a good
like,
actor.
what are you talking?
Yeah.
Like oh yeah, that's why.
It's a character choice.
Like
Yeah,
everyone on
fuck
set's
outta
like, oh, Brad Pitt. Ugh.
Yeah,
Like-
oh yeah, he can't hold his own. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
He's Mr. Smith.
yeah
against Don Cheadle with
yeah.
a fucking terrible accent.
yeah.
Don Cheadle has apologized for his accent in those movies.
Yeah,
It's that egregious.
understandable.
Which is funny because it's Don Cheadle and he's got such a pedigree for
He's phenomenal.
amazing act. Yeah.
It's different movies.
Shout
Yeah.
out to the Colossus, by the way.
It's crazy how
Don Cheadle plays
Wait, what?
in
Don-
Reign Over Me.
Reign Over Me. Don Cheadle plays Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh,
the video
okay.
game.
I
Yeah.
thought you were saying he's a voice actor in Shadow of the Colossus, and I was like,
Yeah.
is there voice
Yeah,
acting?
he plays the Colossus, and he apologized after the fact for his accent.
Sorry,
He's like,
guys.
That was egregious. It's over the
I
top.
apologize. Yeah. Anyways, food movies
Yeah, that's all. I just the respect it. I love that. It was great.
and unexpected too. I didn't know this movie was going to be about food at all.
Me either. Another reason you love going in blind.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Well, I didn't even know he was like his character. Like we didn't know he was a chef, and that was like a central part of his being.
The finale, like the fucking resolution of the film is this motherfucker's cooking ratatouille.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
It was the fucking Igor scene from Ratatouille. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah.
And then fucking that dude's dad is like, oh my god,
Like I saw Jesus Christ when he took a bite of that meal. It was just like,
The phases of acceptance of the meal while he takes the first bite, he's like, that's pretty good. And then he's like, oh, that's really good. Then he's like, what are you?
it's always it's
and
always
then the wine.
yeah, it's always the head shake that like tips you off whenever a meal is good. It's just like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, like
Yeah.
it's like your head almost just like kind of moves around sometimes.
You need to make room for the blood to go to your brain.
Dude, I straight up turn if I have something really good, I straight up turn into like Stevie Wonder. I'm like, oh fuck, this is dope. This
Yeah.
grilled cheese.
It's grilled.
The sound design.
Yeah.
It's fucking. They cook it on. He cut it with like a fucking
With a bone saw.
a dull knife. He cut it with like a hedge climber. I can't word. I almost said a hedge climber, a hedge trimmer, and a fucking like the stalest sourdough bread imaginable.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah. Just sounds like a chainsaw. Or
Yeah.
something.
anyways.
Dude, I do want to point out that this movie was actually fucking beautiful.
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
Shot fucking beautifully.
Shot beautifully.
Shouts to the photography director, Piggy Van Piggy Pig.
Yeah.
Right.
Photography director.
He was great. No, Patrick Scola is his name. And yeah, he fucking nailed it.
You know what
First feature as well.
nice.
Damn.
You know, I think I've said this before, but I don't think music is given enough credit in contributing to how a shot feels.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
there's times where
Music too.
yes, the visual language I'm sure was fucking off. It was off the chain
It
for
was.
sure. But there are moments where swells in music. Like I'm thinking of one example of him just walking back to his cabin, and it's inside the cabin. It pans through the windows, and it was the music that got me.
And also showing like his mise en scene as well. Like granted, mise en place, is that what they call it?
For cooking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also speak German. Yeah, that's what
It's French, but it's French.
So you got the joke. Thanks,
Wow.
guys. Thanks, guys.
No, it's like you think this cabin is a piece of shit, but you go through his kitchen and everything is like set up beautifully, and it's
All the
like,
ingredients.
oh man, the
Yeah.
knives on
It's
the wall.
exactly what he wants and needs it to be.
Yes.
It's everything for him. It's his place.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
His mise en place, dude.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Show don't tell though. That's a great example.
Exactly.
Whereas
Yeah.
like all that, there was so much characterization in just panning across his wall slowly.
Also, the element of fuck his sidekick guy. Throughout, Amir. He's listening to this CD or tape about like how to glean expert things from expert people in classical music,
Right.
while trying to attain his father's place in life. And then he realizes he doesn't have to do that, and he can do his own thing on his own terms. And that's when he turns off that CD.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the themes are so thick in this movie.
And like, granted, even if you weren't listening to like what he was talking about in those podcasts that he was listening to or whatever, like it's almost like how Nicolas Cage at the very beginning like turns his radio off. It's sort of him like, yeah, I really don't need that, do I? Like, I'm my own person, and I can hear my own thoughts and not have to worry about what this is telling me. Not being told what to do.
Yeah.
And another way of him, like, being his own man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was it's alluded to the whole movie, another show don't tell moment, but it's alluded to the whole movie of like why he is the way he is. Or, it's alluded, he had a heartbreak or lost somebody or someone died or whatever, the whole movie, right? But there was this one moment where he gets served by basically the chef that stole his pig. The guy the owner of the restaurant that stole his pig, whatever, basically goes, I'm not giving you back your fucking pig. Take 10, 15 grand and get the fuck out of my face. Whatever he says.
Yeah.
And then Nicolas Cage just says, were you always this way or was it after she died?
Oh.
And then he goes, were you?
Yeah, that.
And it was just like, boom. Like
just swatting it right back.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just immediate. He hit him with the fucking Uno reverse card.
Yeah.
He was just like, no, you.
Yeah.
And the guy was
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
The big no you.
He hit him with that big no you.
Yeah.
And then he fucking hairline went backwards. So yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that moment had so much characterization in it because then you go, oh, that void in his heart, in his soul now. That's the pig. That's what he's chasing now. He's not. He loves the pig, but what he really loves is
what the pig represents for him.
What the pig represents for him, or how the pig completes him, or makes him feel whole, like fills that missing piece. So, yeah.
I think so many beautiful moments in this movie are sort of like made hilarious by the fact that Nicolas Cage is covered in blood.
Yes. Yeah.
So true. So
Yeah.
true.
Like it's absurd, I guess. It's like an absurd comedy.
It's a little dark, but not like fucked up.
Exactly, yeah.
But because that's what makes that moment so funny when the chef sits down and just goes, finally somebody addresses it. Because the whole movie he's going through society of like just this what it probably appears to be a bloody homeless man.
Right.
Like just bludgeoning through a city trying to find a pig, right?
Right.
And then a chef that respects him just suddenly goes, do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
Like in the middle is like, oh my God, where have you been? Oh my God, this is do you need medical attention?
Right.
Like, it's just this like, he stayed fucked up and bloody the whole movie until the end, until he washed himself in the creek.
Exactly.
But yeah, you're so right. That plays so much into the absurdity. Like, it made it funnier in a way. I wouldn't say this is a dark comedy or it's funny, but
it's better than it being brought up in the movie and made a joke in the movie.
Yes.
Versus it just being like an awkward social situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I really loved the scene where he goes to what I assume is like an old employee of his from a restaurant that has now got her own bakery. And he goes there specifically for her salted baguette thing, which is some part of the completed
you don't even
meal.
See her, dude.
Yeah.
Don't even see her.
It's
That's
just
one
the fucking giant wide shot.
The
Never see her
disconnect.
face. The disconnect of it. The sort of voyeurism of that scene too. Oh fuck, man, I love that shit. That was so good. And like you love that character, yet you never see her face. It's just an exchange, a simple exchange, but there's so much depth in that one fucking scene. So much backstory.
You can see all the respect she still has for him. Like he gets up to leave and he's walking out and she like pounces on a hug for him and he's like, all right. Like, dude, that like I was like, damn. This is
I thought
so
it was
good.
his daughter for a long time.
Same.
But it wasn't. But I thought it was.
Yeah.
Like, but the respect, like you were saying.
But I like that even more that it isn't his daughter and it was just someone that he worked with. You know, because
100%,
kitchen staff family is like a whole nother type of
Your family.
Yeah.
It's a different family.
Yeah, for sure. And I also loved how, without explanation, he goes, "Can I have another one of those?" And
Yeah.
you think, oh, he's just hungry, he's on the run, he's homeless, all this stuff,
And
right?
he gets one for Amir.
And he goes and he passes it. Not a single line of dialogue needed to be said for that
Nope.
moment.
And not just that he picked one up and went, nah, it's not good enough, and picked up a different one.
I fucking saw that, and I hope
dude.
that was a choice he made.
Yeah.
I saw that, and I was like, that's fucking so good. Like, he still has the particular critique and meticulism of a chef.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like,
Just that
like that's not
perfectionism.
it. That's the
Yeah.
good one. I was like, oh. Like,
Dude.
I saw that and just fucking.
Movies like this make me want to go back and rewatch every season of Chef's Table and just get, dude, every single episode gives me like a new mountain of goosebumps. Like I can't handle
Goosebumps
it.
on your goosebumps.
You
Yeah.
turn into a fucking reptile. Like,
Yeah.
Just
Turn into 98 Godzilla. You're just like, ugh.
just become a dinosaur.
Just a
Yeah.
scaly figure.
Dude,
You're
if-
basically a dragon.
If
dude.
you can watch the episode of Chef's Table about, I can't remember his name, but the chef from Alinea in Chicago, the one that got cancer and lost his sense of taste.
Oh my god.
And got the #1 restaurant in America with no sense of taste. Dude, he is an anime character.
Oh, that's great.
so fucking good, dude.
I need to watch that show. I've never seen it.
Dude.
You gotta watch Chef's
Wow.
Table.
Yeah. I got a lot of things to watch, guys, but as we all know,
Oh, he's gonna say it. What are we? Some kind of There Are Too Many Movies?
What are we so good?
anything else on Pig, guys?
There's
You guys
too
wanna-
many movies.
You guys want to wrap it up?
The pig
on
was adorable.
The pig was adorable.
I'm so sad that the pig ended up being dead.
Yeah, almost immediately after they abducted the pig, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but here's what I loved about it. It was never even seen. It was
Yeah.
off screen.
I don't wanna see it.
spoken.
Yep.
And it was also like you're not going to get the happy ending. You're not going to get your void filled. You're not going. What you're chasing after. Okay, this
One
is
of the main themes.
here comes film school big brain moment.
Let's
but
get it.
The main theme of the movie was he was chasing after him being wholesome, trying to fill the void, right? He'll never get there, but one of the lines that really like was the nail in the coffin for me on that idea was he said, "I really wish I never came after her because she would still be alive in my head." And so he would still feel wholesome. And then Amir said, "But she wouldn't." And that I feel like was one of the moments he respected him.
Yeah.
It was like this, like
They were on the same
holy
wavelength.
fuck, like wait, you're fucking right. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
change anything.
Right.
Where it was just like that he had a fucking
You gotta fucking
yeah, and then he goes, yeah, and I think he just says, "You're right."
Yeah, he just levels with him in that
Yeah,
moment.
and that was
that was the one
him-
time where he didn't know the right answer almost.
And he
like,
got guidance.
yeah, the
Yeah.
one time he got guidance from Amir.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Fucking
because the
big.
whole movie is he is the five head,
Right.
and like I'm trumping all of this ideals, whether I'm
Yeah.
in a restaurant or I'm in, whatever.
Yeah, the whole reason he's not in the city anymore is because he is so above it all. So
Yeah.
he's got to go back to the city. He's like, this shithole again.
Right.
Fucking. Hey, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the Hobo Fight Club.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was one of the movies or moments in the movie that I sort of like. I didn't take with me necessarily afterwards.
I totally agree with that.
You know what I'm saying, though?
100%.
It's like I don't want to try and digest it too much and try to like consider the ins and outs of what this Fight Club means with restaurant staff. It was just sort of a plot device,
Yeah.
like an artistic plot device that got him where he needed to go. But like, I don't know. Part of me doesn't even want to delve into like what it all meant,
I agree.
why it was, how it was. It's just like
It just felt so foreign in comparison to the rest of the
Yeah.
movie. I was like,
It's like a
this is-
chef fight club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for restaurant staff. And like I think part of me is like maybe like it wasn't a fully fleshed out idea because I don't think they barely bring it up again or they don't bring it up again after the fact
He just gets a whooping and then
calls it a day. But it's like, I don't know. Like part of me is like, I kind of wish I could have done without it, honestly. But it's a good device for the story to move the story along.
he just had to get info.
And then also, I guess, good for like the trailer and stuff like that. You know what I mean? To
Maybe.
show that,
Yeah.
you know,
Some
there's more to
action.
this movie than you'll think. Than
Yeah.
you think.
Yeah, but I also, what it did for me, that scene, I felt it was a weak, like not weak, but
Like almost unnecessary.
unnecessary, but what my takeaway from it was his history. So when he wrote his name on the board and the weight it had in the room,
Yeah.
and then how the guy doesn't ring the bell after the 60 seconds and he lets him take further of a beating for a little while, implying there's some spite and some anger and some resentment there.
Yeah.
That's what the scene was for me, where it's like, what did he do?
Yeah.
And we won't know. But it was show, don't tell. I was like, oh,
Exactly.
what's going on
yeah,
here?
it was still a better execution than 99% of other movies would have done because of the fact that they didn't exposit on it
Yeah.
for hours.
I think
You porked my wife.
Yeah.
It's like, what is
no,
this?
I think part of it was like him just leaving without, like there was no resolution to him leaving after I guess his wife died, which is implied. Like we don't necessarily know that happens.
Right.
That he just leaves and like doesn't really have an ending. He just fucking up and leaves, and it's like this entire, these people that worked with him and like his colleagues, all of that, they're sort of just left like, where the fuck did he go? Like, where is this guy? And the fact that he just shows up out of the blue is like, oh fuck you, man! Like you left us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
it's-
that's where that source of like tension comes from.
Maybe. We don't know that.
That's my interpretation of it though, because we weren't fucking spoon fed
Right.
exactly.
what it was.
It could be anything. It's your choice. Which is
Right.
kind of fun. And speaking of interpretation, do you guys think his wife left him or died, or what do you think the situation was there? Because correct me
She
if I'm
died.
correcting. Oh, it's said.
Pretty sure.
In the mortuary, or
yeah.
Duh. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Duh. Yeah. Never mind. I remember now.
okay.
But is it implied? I guess it's tragic death. It has to be. Where
Yeah,
it's like
it-
they
an
were
yeah.
unexpected. He murdered her probably.
For a pig.
That was my interpretation. Yeah, he murdered her for a truffle
Or the
pig.
pig murdered her
Oh,
to get the
shit.
pig out of trouble.
and he's keeping the pig as part of a witness protection program for
Oh
the
my
U.S. government.
God.
Oh my god!
We did it.
Cut to the YouTube thumbnail where it's like, "What pig really meant?" And it's like, oh, stupid. Anyways, I got a few little fun
Or I
facts.
just want like smoke coming out of like the sides of my ears.
Yeah. Just a couple fun little facts. The pig only had 3 days of training and bit Nicolas Cage multiple times. He's basically the goat from The Witch.
Yeah.
After a particularly nasty bite, Cage joked, I've been set on fire. I've been in flipped cars, but it'll be sepsis from a pig bite that kills me," which is funny.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage produced the film as he started to realize it shared similar elements of some of his other critically acclaimed films, Joe and Mandy. The budget was so small they couldn't hire a trained pig, but they could hire Nicolas Cage. The same editor as Mandy actually did
Nice.
this, and the color of
Fucking killed it.
and Color Out of Space. Let's see. And then, that's it for me. That's
Dude,
all I got.
Shouts to the cinematographer though, man. This was
Great.
Yeah.
This was like way more beautiful than the film called for, but like
Yeah.
it was just
Fit perfectly.
It always
yeah.
it always helps.
yeah, seriously.
That
Shouts
was
to that.
that was Pig family.
Pig.
Now, are we ready for Is It Cinema with Marty Scorsese? We have to determine whether or not this movie is in fact cinema or not cinema. Either one. Let's start with Chris. What do you think?
This is 100% cinema for me.
100% cinema for Chris. Alex, what about you?
101%. I liked it 1% more than Chris did.
right.
Which
That's a-
means I'm a little bit more of a cinephile than Chris.
That is true. You did introduce us to devs.
Thank you.
I also agree that Pig is cinema. So now we have a gigantic responsibility to determine whether or not this film belongs in 4 motherfucking 3. Now, this just means, if you're just now listening to the show for the first time, does this film belong on the catalog? We're not saying actual 4-3. We're just saying, like, is this one of the be-all, end-all movies? Is this the Interstellar of Pig movies? There's Babe Pig in the City.
Polly with Paul Giamatti that has a pig in it.
There you go. So, guys, I'm going to start off. This was 4-3 for me.
Alex?
It was 4-3 for me.
Coming down to me now.
Chris, was this 4-3 for you?
The final vote. Should I be the 1 out of 5 dentist here?
It's like,
No.
you know what? You shouldn't use Colgate.
This was a 4-3 movie for me.
Congratulations, Chris. Fucking 4-3 for me.
4-3. That was a fucking phenomenal movie.
Fuck yeah.
Really was.
It had all so many things I love: the cinematography, the editing, the
Food.
the nihilistic worldviews always gets me because I'm a piece of shit that hates everything. And yeah, Nicolas Cage.
He fucking killed it.
Awesome.
I loved it. It was great.
I want to say part of me, like as much as I loved Mandy, I think I like this movie more than I did Mandy.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And I
Mandy's it's different.
I mean, they're so fucking.
Mandy's-
Have you seen it yet?
I haven't, but I want to continue going. Like, I want to keep pretending like I have seen it because I've done that for a couple of years now.
So what do you think of Mandy,
I
dude?
loved it.
Yeah.
All right, great.
The cinematography for Mandy was a little not as good as Pig.
Trick question. Mandy didn't have cinematography.
Fuck,
Idiot.
Is that even possible? I don't understand. I was like, what?
Almost had you though.
It's time for DMT.
Dumb movie title. What is the dumb movie title for Pig?
And I want a quick shout out to Rick because whenever we announced that we're doing this, he was
Yeah.
like, "How the fuck are you gonna do a DMT for Pig?"
It is the DMT
I was,
already.
yeah.
But
They call it Pig.
really quick, I keep forgetting to do this. We had a winner for last week's episode, Wild Wild West.
Nice.
The DMT winner in the Discord. Also join our Discord if you're a real family. If you
$5
are
month.
a family, join our Discord. Shouts to Bananas in Pajamas for the dumb movie title Steampunk, Greg Abbott, and the Giant Spider.
Phenomenal.
Get wrecked, Greg Abbott. Your legs. All right, I'll stop.
Okay, so I will go first.
Okay.
I thought this movie was going to be like a John Wick, Taken sort of situation.
Sure.
I went with Bacon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Baken.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Also-
That's the title.
Also, I have Hamward Bound.
Oh,
Nice.
Hamlet.
No.
Not what he was going for. Alex, what's
Well,
your
it's
dumb...
got All right.
Whatever, dude.
How to lose a pig in 10 seconds. Also got Kermit's worst nightmare.
That's great.
Chris?
All I've got is, where's my oinky?
Ah,
Where's my oinky?
That's it.
that was great.
Shall we do budget for this?
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Let's give it a shot.
What's the budget for the movie Pig?
How much is a Nick Cage paycheck? And that's basically what we're determining.
How much does he owe the IRS? And it's that much.
This movie cost $3 million, I think.
Can we get some music?
Oh, shit. We have $3 million.
You're like, thank you.
Alex? That's really low.
Fuck yeah. I'll do 5.
I'll go 10. I could go higher to, I think, be closer, but I'm going to play it safe because
Oh,
I'm
yes.
still above you. I could guess 6 right now and I'd win, you know?
How
Alexa,
many of you have you won of these?
What was the budget for the movie Pig?
What's your fucking track record, asshole?
Less than me, I
Sorry,
bet.
I don't have an answer for
All right,
that.
hold on.
Great.
Alexa's like, how much does a pig cost, idiot? That's what you're asking?
Hey, Google, how much did the movie Pig cost to make?
Babe, pig in
On the
city.
website practicalselfreliance.com, they say, total feed costs per pig amounted to roughly $115 each.
$115 to make the movie Pig, guys.
Yeah.
According to... Hey,
Legit-
Google.
All right, you can stop now.
Stop
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Let's unplug it. All right, hold on.
He's like, I'm still going even though you unplugged me.
He's like, I'm still listening.
Where's Rick when we need him
Right.
to destroy an AI?
Just fucking spiking.
Rick
the eye,
is
man.
the Terminator, dude.
The AI's hitman's bodyguard's wife.
Nice.
Yeah.
Noise. How to lose a pig in 10 seconds.
I can't find it.
All right.
How much does a pig cost?
Okay, well, I heard it was a big success though, but box office wise. But I don't know how much, which means it was probably cheap to make. So
I just Googled pig.
Okay.
Nice.
You know what? And the only thing that's coming up is the movie, which is a little odd to me.
Shout out to Google SEO.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything else, guys? Can wrap this one up.
Let's wrap it up. Lean
Cool.
and mean. How long has this episode been?
Like 3 hours.
Lean and mean.
We got a nice lean episode.
The third
the
act of a
fuck?
Mel Brooks movie.
What?
What the fuck are we doing, dude?
What did we forget?
Actor game. Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Let's do it.
Go ahead, Alex.
Peak.
Face Off.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Matchstick Men.
Con Air.
Raising Arizona.
National Treasure.
Ghost Rider.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Hands down.
Yeah.
The second one is really fucking bad. The first one's
It's
A
Ghost
movie.
Rider. Yeah.
I had one in my head and I forgot it.
I love that. Like, I don't think we've ever introduced what this game is.
People better
People
understand.
figure it out.
You get it.
I hope so.
People get it.
The Wicker Man.
Mandy.
Adaptation.
Joe.
Mystery Men?
Oh fuck!
Oh, nice. You almost.
I almost said one that you already said. Kick Ass.
This is one of the longest actor games we've ever had.
We're chock full of them, man.
Oh, fuck, you already said that one.
Killing the Dead Air. Alex, how are you doing?
Trying not to forget what's on my mind right now.
I'm out.
Fair enough.
I'm out.
Vampire's Kiss.
Damn it.
Ooh, shit.
That's the vampire one I was trying to think of. Shit.
Fuck me. Oh, fuck.
Is Alex about to win an actor game right now?
Fuck. Do you have another one?
Nope.
Oh, shit. God fucking damn it, dude. Nicolas Cage. Superman Lives? Can I say that?
No,
It
it didn't
never
get
came
made.
out.
God damn it. All right. Congratulations, Alex.
I am the champion.
The Nicolas Cage actor game. Alexa, what are some Nicolas Cage movies?
I know about 157 Nicolas Cage movies,
God.
including Kick-Ass, Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse,
Spider-Man.
He's in
Face Slash
Into the
Off,
Spider-Verse, yeah.
The Rock, and
The
National
Rock.
Treasure.
The Rock is so
The Rock
good.
fucks.
One of
I
Michael
agree.
Bay's. One
I
of
love The Rock.
Michael Bay's.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. All right.
I want a reboot of The Rock starring The Rock.
That would be great.
I bet before The Rock has sex, he goes, "Are you ready to drain the Dwayne?"
Jesus Christ. Thank you for listening to There Are Too Many Movies.
We have a Patreon.
We have a Patreon, so give us $5 a month and you get access to a bunch of bonus content and our Discord, which is the best. Shout out to the Blood Relatives. If you get access to the bonus stuff, we did an episode on. We're about to do an episode on There Will Be Blood, and what's the other one?
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina. So check that out and check out Pig if you can find it. I mean, I hope you've listened to this.
Hopefully.
I hope you watched Pig and then listened to this. I hope you didn't listen to all of this.
Or you're like me, and when you're in the theater and the credits start rolling, you immediately stand up, and then everyone looks at you like you're the asshole.
You are the asshole.
Well,
That'll
yeah, I
do
get it.
big.
Later.
B.
Later, Toads.